For me, reporting and insights is where the fun happens. So effective reporting means that you're able to pull out meaningful, actionable data that can be used to steer strategy. Avnish Kaushik likes to call it out of sights. So here are a few criterion which I've taken from an email of his where he discusses out of sights. So the first thing, be novel, new and surprising. Is this data source or research type truly new? If it has been provided before, what was the impact? And why do we need to provide it again? What do we have here that we or the audience never knew before? Is this just the result of a fishing expedition? Could the audience, your peers, boss, or public, get this data from anywhere else? What makes you so special if you provide it? Number 2, actionable, expressed with a clear implication for the audience. What could the audience do as a result of your findings? What specific current or future campaigns, activities, or internal or external business strategies are being influenced by the out of sight? If you don't have an identified what to do, whose job is it? Would it be prudent to work with them first before we elevate this to an out of sight, to a senior executive to ensure we can call it actionable? And then thirdly, credible. The data source, tool, people, or entity is respected by the audience. What steps have you taken to identify the soundness of the source? Do you understand the limitations of how the data is collected? And have you noted the assumptions for sharing with the audience? Does it pass the foundational 24 filters of skepticism? For example, is it simply a correlation, or have you teased out the causality? Is there room for an alternative explanation? Number 4, expressed in context. Is the out of sight expressed so that there's no doubt as a magnitude or urgency? Is the out of sight expressed so that there's no doubt to the magnitude or urgency? Context derived from opportunity size, possible impact, audience, strategic altitude, dimension criticality, caused effect ratio, competition, channels, etc. Context from benchmarks. These 4 important attributes have to be passed by every discovery, research, and data analytics efforts that are delivered. If it does not have all 4 NACR, it can't be called an out of sight. When you set yourself on the quest for out of sights, you set a standard for yourself and for the team, for your data, for your hard work, and that will result in everything you discover to be meaningful and high impact. The bottom line, everything that he's mentioned also means 90% of what you do today needs to die. Because telling people water is wet week after week results in only sadness. Delivering a puke fest of dense slides with data that at the best is only either novel or actionable or credible or relative or neither only results in hearts being broken. Don't deliver sadness, deliver meaning and impact. Save your job. That was written by Avnish Kaushik. The whole point of what he's saying is our aim should be to provide out of sights, things people can't see. It's slightly a play on words, but really starts to make sense when you start looking at how to deliver value to your client or to your boss or line manager. Think out the box, keep it actionable, and the results will come. Cheers.